In this video, we are going to redo this built-in buffet. It's going to put the kids' toys and games in it. Here I have a little helper teaching him how to remove these doors and outlet covers. Stay tuned for our next video. This is part 1 where we will repaint this buffet. Here we've already broken down the full 4x8 sheet of plywood. We didn't get that on camera. It was not until this point we're like, hey, let's make a video out of this. This is the first time doing an 8-foot long board, and you can see on the outfeed table we've just added some pieces to help us out so we can make these cuts safely. Here we're just ripping to the dimensions that we need for our drawers. I don't have the exact measurements of what our size was. We just kept the same size of the drawers that were in there. Here we took to the miter saw to make our first cut for the length of the board. I have an automatic feed on my miter saw. That's just a joke. That's my 8-year-old daughter helping hold the full 8-foot piece, since we don't have any extension or support on the right side of the miter saw. She's doing her best. And I'm just grateful that we have a helper that is willing to help me with the longer pieces that we need to cut. Now we are using a WEN, a W-E-N 12-inch 80 tooth blade. One night me and my son, we were just looking at blades because we needed a new one, and he's like, Dad, let's just try this one. Not very expensive. I think we paid $15 off of Amazon, and it works great. We've had it for about a month or two and have cut lots of hardwoods and softwoods and here plywood, and it still has a great cut on the both surfaces of the plywood. WEN is a lower end price point. We do have a WEN air filtration system, and to be honest, it's great. It really helps pick up all the dust in the shop. So I do recommend this blade. I am curious to see how the longevity of the blade holds up for us. And again, it's great to have the kids help. A lot of kids these days just want to spend their time playing video games, watching TV, being indoors and not really being outdoors. But having the kids out in the shop with me, they can be taught some skills that hopefully they can use in their future. Here she went to go get another piece, just helping out. We made the last cut. We need to put another piece on, and that automatic feed comes in again, and we start cutting again. Here we need to get our blade height set. And of course, for video purposes, it's already set. Perfect, 1/4 inch. Move the fence over to the same distance as well for our grooves that will go in our side pieces of the drawers. That is going to accept where the drawer bottom will sit. Measuring that test piece to make sure that we're at the correct depths that we need. And how we've ended up going to make the drawers and the bottoms is that we didn't want the drawer bottom to necessarily be permanent. So we'll just slide the drawer bottom in, and then we will just screw it down to secure it. No glue or anything. So if they do ever wear out, warp or whatever, that we can just unscrew, slide out the bottom, and put a new bottom in. Hopefully that would never happen, but if it does, we'll be prepared not to make all new drawers again. And we also decided to redo the drawers instead of reusing what we had for a learning purpose. Discussed with my wife, and she said, yeah, let's just go ahead and make new drawers. It's a learning process, and we'll better our skills to make our business beneficial, that we can do other things. And here we've already moved the fence out just a little bit, and then ran a test piece to make sure that the 1/4 inch plywood would fit in the groove, and it did. So we're making multiple cuts here.
Guys, this is Arabella Lincoln Woodworks. So you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna mark off where it is. So yeah. You want to line it up.
So here she is marking where we are gonna locate the pocket hole jig with the lines that she's putting on there. It helps her out using the pocket hole jig to see where she is going to drill out that pocket hole. And she enjoys this, and I enjoy having the help out there. And of course she's using the fancy pick-a-pin. What a character. We have the Craig pocket hole jig set at 1/2 inch for our 1/2 inch plywood, and we have the collar set on the drill at the 1/2 inch setting as well. Our regular assembly table, she is not able to get enough power to drill through, so we have this little table that needs to be refinished in the shop, and so she just took some clamps and set the jig up against that so she can get some force doing those pocket holes. just a blessing hearing her sing. I had to have that in there. And right here, you'll see, oops, made a mistake. Something just doesn't seem right. So I'm actually telling my daughter to stop drilling out our pocket hole screws because something just isn't right. What we come to figure, we're using 1-inch screws for 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch per the Craig manual, but as we all know now, 1/2 inch plywood is not 1/2 inch, so it's a little under 1/2 inch. Checking the screw to just make sure it's like, hey, what's going on? Why isn't this working right? But anywho, we come to find out with it not being exact size, we backed the cowler off so we weren't on the jig right at the 1/2 inch mark of the drill, which allows it so the drill does not go as deep, and that seemed to help. You can still drive it in far enough and get that pull that the two pieces pull together, and we did use glue to also help us here. But this is the process that I enjoy too, is learning, making mistakes, figuring out what it is that happened and the way to go about correcting it. We're finally getting to put one of the drawer boxes together after making those adjustments. It's great to get out and do something new that you haven't done before. A lot of times we have fear in failing, and we only learn from our mistakes and our failures. And it helps us to learn and be better at what we are doing in whatever it is in life. Cleaning up a little bit of glue squeeze out from the drill. There we go.
Hey guys, out here in the shop today. You want to get out here and try something new? Well, I did. I think they'll hold up. I did 6 drawers. We do not have the bottoms on yet, but those are what we're replacing down there out of our built-in buffet. So we're just trying to get out and learn something, redo the drawers. We did pocket hole screws. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the quarter or the half, but that just the setup wasn't going to go for me on that one. But this was fun. Had helpers today, so hopefully stay tuned to see what it looks like later.